I'm sure this lollipop has LOONAverse implications. I know nothing about the LOONAverse and I kind of refuse to. Hey there everyone, welcome back to Jimothy Listens. My name is Jimothy and I am cold. I am so cold, it's really cold today. So what better time to listen to the brand new special summer album from LOONA, Flip That. That is right, LOONA, fresh off of an impressive showing on Queendom 2, have come back with what I think is their first proper comeback since last year's Paint the Town, which was basically a year ago now. So I am excited to get into this. I think all of the teasers and pictures and stuff have looked incredible. My one hesitancy is that the kind of highlight reel of the album didn't sound that exciting, but you know, they're only short snippets. It's not a heap to go off, but I'm excited to see what we have in store. As always with new K-pop albums, we're gonna check out the music video for the title track first, and we'll give my reaction to that. And then, since it's LOONA and I like their choreography, if we have some sort of performance available at the moment, I'm gonna check that out. In fact, let me look right now. Yes, we do. We have a live showcase stage, so I am going to look at that as well. And then we will give the full album a listen and check out all of the B-sides. So, with that being said, let's just get stuck straight into it. Okay, so let's get stuck into the music video for Flip That. Oh, I'm excited. Let's go, Moon Girls. I love the look of it. I think all of this, like, you know, just like grass floral stuff is super pretty. Like, look at that. It's similar to Esper's Dreams Come True set last year, that kind of like, I guess, train station, but like very pastel and floral. Eve's red hair is gorgeous. And yeah, the production as well being that very kind of, like you've got that flute sound to just make it feel very like summery. Let's go Vivi getting a line. It looks great. The song so far is nothing, but we'll get there surely. Really? That's kind of weak. Okay. I'm just hoping second half of the chorus brings it up a bit, or are we just going straight into another verse? Oh, okay. That's the chorus? That's the chorus of the summer song? Okay. Should also mention, I've pre-ordered this album. Like, I bought it, and I'm still not gonna, even if the album sucks, I'm not gonna be mad about that because it looks amazing, and I'm getting it, you know, to have the, like, posters and cards and stuff, which are not gonna be disappointing. But this song is, like, that chorus is nothing. Like, what is that? Flip that in a very basic kind of melody. Come on now. I'm like in two minds because this video is gorgeous. It looks phenomenal. They all look amazing. All of the like styling and the colors and everything looks really good. It's just that the song is boring as hell. And the choreography, from what we've seen, is whatever. Like, look at that, that's gorgeous. Go on center, we love that. LOONA. Am I really gonna make Orbits angry again? I don't think I can do that. I can't take that again, okay. Yeah. Let's go lore. I'm sure this lollipop has LOONAverse implications. I know nothing about the LOONAverse and I kind of refuse to because I don't care that much. Everything flipped and we start the journey through the free. Okay, so that is Flip That. Yeah, okay, I mean, like I said, video looks phenomenal. That's a gorgeous video. They look amazing. All of the colors, the pastels and everything, and all of the like floral stuff. Gorgeous. The song. Maybe it'll grow on me, but from first listen, that's just a very nothing song. It's not bad. It's just very unremarkable. Okay. Let's go to the live performance for Flip That, because I'm interested to see the choreography, because from what we saw, boring, when LOONA normally has, you know, very cool choreography. So if they've managed to screw that up as well, ugh. Anyway, let's go to it. Shout out to Tong Tong Culture for uploading this, and let's get it. Should always mention, for people who haven't seen me before, I'm a dancer and choreographer, so I have that kind of eye when watching stuff like this. Of course the quality sucks, but that's because it's, you know, been uploaded literally like 5 minutes ago or something. Obviously all of their formations and stuff are very clean and very nice, but so far none of the actual choreography itself is really anything notable. Yeah, that chorus choreo, like I understand it kind of fits the vibe of the song, but it's just not very interesting to look at that, like, whatever that is. That's cute. The holding hands and skipping. I feel like that fits the vibe and is kind of cute. It's very clean, but when the movement is that, like, simple, it's sort of not really that difficult. No one should really be surprised to see LOONA being in sync. They know how to do that. I guess it's kind of like, it is a newish style for LOONA. Like, they haven't really done anything this kind of like sweet and refreshing before. Like Hi Hi is kind of that, but Hi Hi is a little bit more intense, whereas this is very like cool and laid back. And so, you know, it's always nice to have a bit of variety, even if this isn't really my favorite thing they've ever done. Yeah, it's so just like simple. Like if you just showed me this choreography with a different, like with just random dances, I would never have guessed that that's LOONA. That's LOONA choreography. Okay, you know, not super impressed by that performance either. I'll be interested to see what like the orbits and the general public think about this song. Am I going to be in the minority? Are people going to be like, wow, this is amazing? I don't know. Anyway, let's listen to the album now. I'm interested to see how this goes because, like I said, none of the highlight teasers really excited me that much, except for Pale Blue Dot. I thought Pale Blue Dot sounded interesting. And then also there's the thing of just chucking Pose in the middle, which I am pretty sure is not going to sound anything like the other tracks on the album. And so it's just going to break the flow a whole heap, which is probably not, you know, it's never a good thing to do on your album. So I'm interested to see how this goes. So let's just get right into it. Starting off with track 1, which is The Journey, which, given it's a minute 14, I'm assuming is more of an intro, but LOONA's intros always slap, so I'm here for it. Yeah, it's very, you know, summery vibes, like even just having like straight up birds chirping and stuff in it. Got my chalky milk here, take a sip. Sip that. I'm sorry. Nice little build. Oh, that's nice with that extra little like synth in there. That should be in the song. That makes it a lot more exciting. Oh, that's tasty. Is this really, this is gonna be better than Flip That. Like I'm gonna prefer the intro to the actual song. It be like that sometimes. That's a really nice intro. Ooh. And then we go into Flip That, which I'm excited to give it another listen without being distracted by the gorgeous visuals of the video. It has a nice, strong, like, bouncy kind of beat. It's more just like that flute sound I'm not really about. Like, I understand why they've used it and it really creates that kind of like summer outside nature vibe, but just for me personally, I think it sounds a little bit annoying. But I am definitely already liking this a lot more on the second listen. And that is catchy, that chorus, as much as it is just kind of simple and nothing. Yeah, and just listening to a bit more of the kind of specifics, like there is that little kind of like synth in there that works in a little bit, which just adds a little bit more texture. I think really the best part about this song though is just that solid beat that really carries it and adds a lot more weight to it that otherwise it would just kind of be like limp. Katy Perry Plastic Bag, like, oh, that's whoever that was, pretty. I don't know their voices. There's so many of them. The bridge is kind of just like nothing as well. Yeah, the song really kind of loses steam towards the end. Like by the time you hear the first chorus, you kind of heard the whole song. Okay, this last chorus kind of goes a little bit bigger, but I feel like it could do a bit more. Still, it's not a bad song. It just, like, it's not as good as PTT. It's fine, it's not bad. On to Need You. Sounds interesting. Very kind of like atmospheric. This feels a bit more like watery. Very nice voice. There's again that solid. I hope this builds somewhere. This is a really nice intro. If this kind of like, if this is just an intro that kicks up into something a bit nicer, which it sounds like it's going to. Oh, oh. Not what I had in mind, but it's nice. It does feel like, with that pounding, it feels like waves crashing. Like Flip That sounds very kind of like in the forest and like flowers and like green and stuff, whereas this feels like blue water, like waves crashing against the rocks. Ooh, Hair Juice voice there sounds nice. This is pretty. Yeah, this chorus is nice. Like those low synths that just kind of like stay there underneath. That like real just like bed of synths. Oh, little ad-libs going in the back there. That was nice. What's the bridge giving? Not much, but it's nice. I like this chorus. Has a very nice feel to it. Yeah, that "You Make Me Shine" is cute. I love a good whoa in a pop song. Like, who doesn't? It just reminds me of like, you know, 2011, like Tayo Cruz, Jason Derulo, when every single pop song had to have a whoa melody in it. Ah, good times. Yeah, really like Need You. And now we go to Pose, which after Need You, it's just gonna be like whiplash. I don't see why they put this in the middle of the track list. This should have just gone at the end. Like, I can see why you'd want to include it on the album, but like, don't put it in the middle. And then also this is still the studio version, which is not as good as the version that they used on the actual Queendom show. And mostly because just that chorus melody is louder and I don't like it. Although I'll be interested to see if I like this song more now that we've actually seen the performance. I still hate that dum 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 dum. But I love those group vocals. Those group yelled vocals, they should be louder. And I wish you could pick up more like individual voices in it. I love a good group chant vocal, really. Stand up and strike a pose. Yeah, I mean, I don't really have anything to say. We've heard this song 1,000 times before. If you want to see my first impression reaction of it, it's back in my Queendom Final Songs reaction. I uploaded it, you can find it. That side. The version that they used on Queendom with the like longer extended outro and bigger additions to the choruses and stuff, they should have made that the studio version, because this version just kind of doesn't do as much. It ends right as it's getting good. Stand up and strike a pose. Anyway, back to summer mode. We have Pale Blue Dot, which is the one that I was the most excited for. And that sounds tasty. Bouncy synth. So many problems. Is that... I don't want to... I'm going to embarrass myself when I make a guess. It sounded like Jin Soul. This sounds cool. Love the, like, higher voice. It's very, you know, refreshing summer. That production, like, low-key bouncy synth, kind of big drums. It's quite simple, but... Ooh, drums building up. Oh. Oh, yeah, that's tasty. Oh, that's so nice. Wow. Oh, yeah. This is my summer bop. There we go. It took us 5 songs, but we got there. Give it that heart already. Oh, the like downward inflection on that note. The vocals for this, the like melody and the sound of it, you could take this and put it over any kind of like I was saying, that like 2011 Western pop kind of sound, and it would fit there. But the production on this is quite, there's very little outside of the percussion, which is quite sort of big and booming. And it's really, I don't know, it's a very interesting sound. Like normally for these summer bops, you have these like really like full mixes full of like synths and like melodic stuff. And so for most of this production to just be made up of like different like drums and claps and like percussive sounds is super interesting. But it sounds really nice. Like really most of the melodic stuff is made up of their voices, whether it's like the lead vocal or like the harmonies in the backgrounds and stuff. This is a really like nicely put together song. Oh, that's a pretty bridge. Those massive drums. Oh, Oh, wow. Oh, hell yeah. Oh, I love group vocals. I love a melody like this right at the end of a song. That's such a good song. Wow. That should have been the title track. That's phenomenal. Okay, anyway, onto the final track, which is Playback. Are we getting a closing ballad? LOONA doesn't really do that as much. The sort of, you know, industry mandated closing ballad. And this doesn't sound like it will be either. Oh, it's 3/4. We love to hear it. Well, is that 6/8? I can't tell the difference. I just make it up. What was? Because this is the one that's written by the members, isn't it? Yeah, written by Hassel, Kim Lip, and Eve. What was the name of the one that they performed at the concert at the start of this year? Was that this song? I can't remember. It's pretty. Oh yeah, that's really nice. Those synths just like buzzing in. Oh, it's big, it's huge. I love a big electro ballad. It's always a fun time. Super pretty, super pretty. Oh, I liked that little nat to even just like lead into the verse. Who is that as well? That verse doesn't sound like one of the normal rappers. That's a tasty little rap verse. Rap flows in like 3/4 and 6/8, underrated. Just anything in 3/4 and 6/8, underrated. Like that's my thing. I hate ballads. As soon as you put a ballad in 6/8, I'm like, it's the prettiest thing I've ever heard. Give me a big bridge, or give me a pretty bridge. I'll take that as well. We're good. This is just really nice. Like it's a heart too. I'm just smiling. It's such a pretty song. Ooh, nice outro. With the beat just continuing for a few phrases longer. Ooh, that big hit of the like that. Yeah, that's a really nicely made song. Well, alright. That is Flip That, LOONA's special summer album. And yeah, it's an interesting one. I don't know, I feel like I'm going to be in the minority for this one. Because I think Flip That kind of not really that strong in terms of where we'd rank it for like LOONA title tracks. Like it's below PTT, it's below Hi. It's probably above Butterfly and So Bad / So What. I always get the name wrong. It's like in the middle. It's in the middle. It's not an amazing track. It's not the worst track I've ever heard. But the rest of the album is nice. Need You's a pretty little track. Pose, kind of like I thought. It just doesn't really fit the aesthetic, and jamming it in there is just a little bit of like whiplash. But, you know, it is what it is. I like the summer aesthetic, and I think the way that they've gone about it is really nice. Like a lot of the time, summer stuff is very warm and kind of like beachy, whereas I think this is a bit more like airy and like naturey, like very much like the teasers showed, that kind of like floral forest pastel stuff. There's a lot of that, and then there's also a lot of like kind of water stuff, but it doesn't feel like a beach. It feels like, you know, water crashing against like the rocks and stuff. It's a bit less crowded and a bit more kind of like alone, if that makes any sense. It's not like being on a crowded beach. It's like sitting out in nature with the sun beaming down by yourself, or just with like a few friends. It's pretty. So wrapping up, yeah, for Flip That, I think my favorite tracks are The Journey, which just a very nice little intro. Pale Blue Dot is gorgeous, and I think it's really a really clever track and a really interesting track, and Playback is just super sweet. I think that's a gorgeous little track as well. And my least favorite track, I honestly think, is Flip That. Like, it's not horrible, but I think I prefer everything else on the album, even Pose. And if I had to give it a score for the first impression, like a high 6 to a low 7, maybe, kind of in that like 67% range. It's not, you know, phenomenal, but it's not the worst thing I've ever heard. I enjoyed it. So yeah, that does it for my Flip That reactions. What do you think of this song, this album? Let me know your thoughts in the comments. Thank you so much for watching. Like, subscribe, comment, blah, 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 blah. And I will see you another time. Catch ya.